Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'm making chili, and I will go through the whole process, and I will include the recipe in description. So please stay tuned and subscribe if you like the content that I'm creating. Alright, for chili, today I'm making it with chicken. So you need, here's the ingredients you need. Basically you need dark red beans, could be any brand, doesn't have to be this one. I also use half of the diced tomato can, and again it could be any brand, doesn't have to be this one. And for spices I use paprika, cumin. I already have it all here. I use also bay leaves and crushed garlic. Alright, I will add that in the middle of the process. And I'm making 1 pound of chicken meat, grounded meat. I already started frying it, you probably hear it. And when I cook, I use grapeseed oil. I prefer grapeseed oil over any other oil. It's light, it's good for you. And you will also need onions, so I already diced them and they're ready to go. So I started the process because chicken takes a little bit longer to fry. I like to get all the water evaporated before I go ahead with the rest of my recipe. So now what I'm going to do, I have here chili oil that I infused a while ago. So I'm going to take some of that chili with oil. I usually add half of the oil proportion for the grapeseed oil, and then I put the rest with the chili oil. And it depends, you don't have to do it this way. You can use regular crushed chili and just put all the content of the oil all at once. So you fry it well. Then I add my onions. And as I said, I will include the recipe in the description. I usually do measure everything by eye, like I will try to put measurements of how much of what I add. Alright, so at this point, I let the onions fry a bit. I'm going to add a little more of oil. Well, we like it a little spicy, so, and the infused oils, they're not too spicy as it might seem. It's actually very tasty in the end. I usually add up to 3 tablespoons. Okay, so now at this point I put all my spices. And then I add half of the can. This is 796 ml can of diced tomatoes. Again, you can have any tomatoes you like. You can even dice them yourself. I prefer this way, it's faster and it becomes a little more like a better in taste, in my opinion. So I fry it until most of the waters are evaporated. And then next step would be I'll be adding the kidney beans. Then I add water to it and let it cook for at least 30 minutes. Salt and pepper, of course. I'll add pepper right now. It looks like I'm putting a lot of pepper, but not really, because this one doesn't disperse much of the pepper, so it takes some work. And a little bit of a salt. It already smells yummy. This smell is a favorite of my family, so I cook it very often. So I stir this for another 5 minutes probably. Let it fry on a high heat. Everything I'm making so far is on a high heat. Then I'll add when I put the kidney beans, I'll add about 1 glass of water. So 8 ounces approximately, because it will be boiling for half an hour, so you don't want not enough water content in it to evaporate and burn the bottom of your pan. Alright, I'll go get the water. So this glass is approximately 300 mils full. I added just about 8 ounces. Again, I do everything in approximation. It's cooking, not formulating, so it doesn't have to be exact. Now it looks that we can put the beans. See, the water quite evaporated, and tomatoes are broken down, so it's ready for the beans. So before you put the beans, I like to get rid of the water that contains in the can, because I've made it with the canned water instead of a regular water, and what we found, it would be a little too heavy for the stomachs. So I prefer I don't rinse it, I just get rid of the water and just use the beans. So I mix it well. Spread all the beans evenly. And at that point, I just add water. Get it to boil. Then I cover it and I leave it on a low heat to simmer for about 30 to 40 minutes. Well, chicken is ready at this point. I mean, everything is ready here because the beans are cooked, tomatoes are almost cooked. What you want is your onions to be kind of give some flavor. The meat was well fried, so it's almost cooked, I would say. At this point, you just let it simmer so everything kind of mixes in the taste with all the flavoring we added. So 30 to 40 minutes. I'm gonna cover this now and let it simmer 30 to 40 minutes. It's really not gonna change the way it looks. It's just gonna look a little bit more thicker because some of the water will evaporate, probably half of it, and the rest will become just a thick like a sauce in the chili. So now I got the cover. I'm gonna, since it's boiled, I'm gonna reduce the heat to the lowest I have and leave it simmer for 30 to 40 minutes. Thank you everyone for watching, and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thanks.